Okay, on an early morning coffee run, because coffee is an essential part of the day. I don't know how anybody can live without coffee. Decaf, I think we should talk about people who actually like decaf. I think they should be punished for their insurrections, because decaf coffee is like weed without the high. It makes no sense whatsoever.
How you doing, buddy?
Hello, I'm gonna pay with
Just coffee?
Yes, just coffee.
Sure.
So it's actually a great, beautiful sunny day, and I intend to do a few things. I'm supposed to get my hair done, twisted for locks, ha ha ha. I'm restarting those. So I'm gonna get it done over today and try to actually cover some things that I didn't cover in the last video as far as the app that I was using. I'm going to use another one as a test today. It's called Promovie, pretty decent. Before I actually purchase it, I want to run through some tests, and so you're going to see the watermark on some of the videos that I use, but I'm using the one that I used last week, and I still think it's pretty decent. There's still a few things that I did not go over with it as far as the slow motion is concerned, and a few other parts that I think I should have actually talked about that is either a problem or not a problem depending on the person who's using it. Of course, I'm still using the mic from the phone, so some of this audio might not be that great, but we'll see how that goes. So let me get this coffee in my system, and then we'll make some things happen. Okay, so I'm gonna try this app, Promovie something or another, and as you can see, well, you will see later, or you will see when I render it, it's going to leave the watermark, so that way you see that I used it. I didn't purchase it yet. There's only $2.99. It's not that expensive, but I'm just trying it out before I make a commitment between this app and or the other app, which I keep forgetting its name. Right now I'm shooting at 1440p. I wanted to try it out. It gives me that option, and we're gonna play with it a little bit more and see how this works, so you'll know when I'm using the other app, and when you're gonna know when I'm using this one. As you can see, I'm micless. I'm gonna play with it in between and see which one I like, and maybe you guys can tell me, for those who watch, which one you like. I don't think you're gonna notice any difference, but as far as quality, I don't think I will. This one is 1440. The other one did not give me that option as to switch to higher resolutions. I was just able to just shoot it at certain frame rates, and this one gives me a little bit more options than the other, so I can see why they priced it. And then if you get the free version, if you want to remove the watermark, then you'll be able to say, hey, I think I get a little bit more for my buck. $3 is not expensive. It's coffee money. I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, let's go into the adventure that I'm about to take and test this app out. I didn't do the swoosh thing because I had coffee in my hand, so we'll just stop here. Okay, so one of the problems I have with this app manual camera is whenever you launch it, it doesn't stay what you set it at the last time. You have to constantly keep going in and redoing it and everything like that. That's a little bit annoying, but look at all that hair. Look at all that hair. That's a lot of hair on a small little person.
How is vodka free?
Look at all that hair.
Shaka Khan and Diana Ross.
I take Shaka
What
Khan.
does your generation know about Shaka Khan and Diana Ross?
Well, one thing they know is that she has a lot of hair.
They don't know anything about Shaka Khan, but they definitely compare me to Diana Ross.
So who compares you to Shaka Khan?
I think only one person compared me to Shaka Khan. I forgot.
That is worth. That's a great comparison.
Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan.
I really think that both apps work equally well, and it doesn't really matter what one uses as long as you kind of like what it is that you use. This is one of the things that drove me crazy with Promovie. I filmed, I tested, I tried to either render the information or pull the information off the phone, and it either did that but didn't play in Premiere Pro because of a Kodak issue or format issue. I think it's a different type of MOV. I know there's containers and codecs and all that good stuff. I don't really want to get into that right now, but it's not playing in Premiere Pro. So try to test it again, and it either crashed on me or it just didn't play. And if it crashed on me, I can't go in and get the footage because it doesn't go straight to camera roll. Now, I'm not sure if that's a free option, or if you buy it, does it go directly to your camera roll or your photos or your album or whatever the case is? Or is it just the case all around if you buy it or you don't buy it? Either way, you have to go into the app to get the footage to then put it wherever you want. With manual camera, which I'm on right now, it goes straight to your camera album or your photo album, which is great because then you could do whatever you want with it. You know, whether the app crashes or not, you don't have to go back in. You could always kind of undo and then put it back if it ever crashed or something like that. It never crashed for me. Manual camera never crashed for me. Promovie crashed for me 2 times, 3 times at best. The first time I was able to go back in and get the information and pull the stuff out, but then, as I said before, the stuff didn't want to play. So I couldn't do any true slow-mo test stuff. The slow-mo that you did see came from manual camera because there was no watermark, remember? So even though it controlled the slow-mo, I was still able to get it, so it doesn't matter. But Pro Camera or Promovie, I am shocked that I had a lot of bugs. And even though it was free, I'm kind of glad I didn't put my money into it. Because although it was $3, who wants to lose $3? Money is money. Who wants to lose any kind of money? I mean, you can lose 50 cents, but you won't really bug out about that. An app that you get or you purchase, you're hoping that it will do what you need it to do. Now, I assume they will update and bugs and fixes will be made and figured out and stuff like that. But thus far, manual camera is doing the job thus far. Do I need 1440? No. 1440 didn't kill my computer while editing it. The only Promovie capability you were able to see was the first part where I sat down and I spoke on it and everything like that. That's the only thing you were able to see. Everything else was done with manual camera, and anything that I did try to do with Promovie that I was able to get, it wasn't able to play, and I feel like manual camera is the one for me. Is this a second review on the app? Not really. I was trying to do another one with Promovie, but it didn't give me a shot to do it. So in all fairness, manual camera seems to be the winner. For me, at least. Maybe you guys could figure that out and maybe you think Promovie is better. I don't know. For my free trial, I find right now it's not cutting it. Although it has more stuff to offer, what it's giving me are more problems than it is actual benefits. So, even though I'm not being sponsored by manual camera, I still think it's far better because it's free. Free is good for me. I think free is good for a lot of people. But if I wanted to try Filmic Pro, I've never heard anybody complain about that, even though not being sponsored by them too. I mean, that should be obvious. But I've heard a lot of people give good raves about it. So it seems to be doing what it needs to do. I haven't heard any complaints. I haven't seen any reviews where I was like, oh my God, it gave me a headache and I had to drink. And I didn't see any of that. Manual camera right now for your phone, for a free version, seems to do what it needs to do. All the little complaints that I had before, I was just talking a whole lot of junk. One thing, and I'm gonna fix that right now, and oop, that's too much. Oop, that's too little. Let's put it right about, oh my Lord, that's so dark. No, I wanted that. All right, that's what I wanted. It's still, I'm gonna leave it about right. Now, one of the things that I did, let's bring it back up a little bit. Now, you guys unfortunately cannot see what I just did, but I was trying to play with the ISO. One of the things that I find that I have to keep remembering is that it brightens the ISO automatically based on where you are. Even though it doesn't say auto ISO, it kind of acts on its own based on what it sees. I know you see this little white box here is because it's holding my phone up. I guess I will get a tripod for the phone eventually. For now, that's why you see that little white box there. It's holding my phone up. It's the Apple box that phones come in and stuff. I used it once before and I never had that issue, but I need to figure this out. But anyway, thanks for coming. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. I got to get into music. I keep saying that I'm gonna do it and I never do it, but I hope that the next tutorial or the next thing that I do will cover music, because that's what I primarily started this channel off as, but I do both of the stuff. I've said this before. Anyway, thanks for coming, and I will see you in the next one. I really just want to go like this.